Welcome to Destination Station, your number one station in the nation. As always, I'm Destin. I'm here today to talk to you about a movie called Bad Santa 2. It came out this past weekend. Actually, I think it came out Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Thanksgiving night. Usually movies that come out that weekend, they come out like the holiday night or maybe even the day before. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to Destination Station. Sorry I didn't do any like Blu-ray haul videos, like out and abouts for Black Friday. I didn't really go out for Black Friday. I really spent it with my family and with my kids, and just kind of took a break for a second from work and everything, and just kind of took in the moment. Yeah, I was thinking about doing some Black Friday shopping, but there wasn't really a whole lot out there that I wanted to get my hands on. Most of the titles they're usually picked over, or it's titles I already have, or you can't find titles with slipcovers and stuff like that. You can get some good deals. But I waited, and I went back out Saturday because a lot of times, see, I used to work at Best Buy. So I know that they're going to get another shipment in. I know all that kind of stuff, and they're going to extend those Black Friday sales for the whole weekend until that new sale comes in on Sunday. So I waited till Saturday, and I still got all the titles that I wanted. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this, and then we're going to jump into the review. I only picked up 4 titles. I was going to pick up more, but yeah, some of them weren't as great as deals. Some of them were like $8.99, $9.99, and I feel like I could get those deals later on as well. But the first one I went ahead and got the $5.99 titles. First one is going to be Daddy's Home with the slipcover. Watch this. It was okay. It was a pretty good family comedy. Not really. I mean, there's some raunchy jokes in it, but it's PG-13. Pretty good. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen that. The other one I wanted to get my hands on, I was waiting for it to come down in price, was Victor Frankenstein. I could only find it like this without the slipcover. Finally found the slipcover behind a bunch of stuff, so I went ahead and got one with the slipcover. Got that for $5.99 as well. I got digital codes for a few of these movies, and I'll give those away too. Just be a subscriber, like this channel, and let me know which one you like the most and why out of these titles I'm showing you. This is going to kind of be like a combination of videos, but it's mainly going to be a Bad Santa 2 review, so just hold tight. If you want to fast forward this video, go ahead and do that. The next one I got, a couple of titles I've been wanting to get. I saw this, Get Hard. Looked for the slipcover, could not find one. I went ahead and said, oh, what the hell, I'll go ahead and pick it up for $5.99. I'll find a slipcover later. And this one never did come with a slipcover, so I went ahead and picked this up as well. And it's Central Intelligence. I really enjoyed this film. It was funnier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, and that's it. I only got 4 titles. What'd you guys pick up for Black Friday, if anything? Let me know in the comments below which title you like the most. I'll give away the digital code. I'll send you a message. Just tell me which one and why. What makes these the favorite one out of the 4 I just showed you? Okay, done with that. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, like I already said. Let's go ahead and jump into this review. It's Bad Santa 2 with Billy Bob Thornton coming back as Willie, the Bad Santa. It's got a few of the original cast members, not all of them, which, you know, John Ritter from the first film, he passed away, and so did Bernie Mac. So yeah, that sucks. But this movie right here, I was very skeptical going into it. I was like, is this going to be funny? The first one is like a classic to me. It's not for everybody. It's not for people that are like politically correct or get easily offended by things, which I do not. So I really enjoyed it. I got Badder Santa, the unrated version on DVD. I haven't upgraded to Blu-ray. I haven't felt a reason why, because it's a comedy. I don't really feel like I need to see that in HD. But anyways, Bad Santa 2. It's got Billy Bob Thornton back. It's got what's his name? The small guy. I don't want to be rude or anything, but he was also in Friday, Ice Cube's movie called Friday. He was one of his neighbors. That's the first time I ever saw that guy. But he's back. You got Kathy Bates as Billy Bob Thornton's mom in this one, and you got Christina Hendricks. You got what's his name? Thurman Merman. I don't know his real name. They tracked him down to film this movie, and I heard that he gained weight for this role. I'm not quite sure if that's accurate or not, or if that's just something going around. But like, yeah, they finally got the original kid back, and he had a lot of funny jokes in this movie. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I've seen a lot of reviews, and I've seen it up and down and everything. So I'm gonna give you my own personal opinion about this film, and Don't go by the critics or anything like that. I'm telling you, this movie is exactly what I needed. Like a good laugh. You got so many movies that kind of play it safe and play the same jokes and stuff like that. And this one does take a lot of the same jokes from the original. Not a lot, a few. But they still work. They still work in this sense. And I'm telling you, I saw this with a buddy of mine, my wife, and her mom and her sister. And every one of us could not quit laughing through the entire movie. And there's also people in the crowd that could not quit laughing. The beginning hits really hard. I mean, it's constantly joke after joke after joke. When it gets the middle point to wherever, I guess Billy Bob Thornton's character is struggling with the bad or being good, and he's going back and forth with that, it kind of mellows out a little bit, and then it picks back up close to the end. This isn't no big movie that's going to be like Oscar worthy. We're not looking for that. We're looking just for a good time at the theater. Throw some popcorn in my face and have some laughs. That's all I want. If the movie can make me laugh out loud, then it has succeeded. Not a lot of comedies do that nowadays. They're few and far between, and that's why I'm saying that we needed Bad Santa 2. I needed Bad Santa 2 because I needed something that was funny. I'm tired of just chuckling a few times throughout the theater. I want something that's going to be laugh out loud, hysterical. Even though there are a lot of jokes in this film that are easily offended, if that bothers you, if racial and sexual innuendos or even just like crude and raunchy humor, it offends you, I might want to stay clear of this. If you weren't a fan of the first film, you're not going to be a fan of this one because this one is a lot raunchier than the first film. I will give it that. And this movie was just funny on every single level. I cannot wait to own this on Blu-ray. I'll probably upgrade to Blu-ray for the other one between now and the time the second one comes out, or I might buy them both at the same time. But yeah, this movie, if you want to see a good comedy this Christmas, there's not a whole lot of Christmas movies out right now. There's not a whole lot of Christmas movies coming out right now. I know that Star Wars Rogue One, it's going to dominate the box office once it comes out. But before that comes out, treat yourself. If you want a good laugh, go give Bad Santa 2 a chance. Especially if you're not easily offended. It might be right down your alley. There's a couple of jokes I want to tell you, but I don't want to spoil any of the surprises, any of the jokes for you. And also, I don't think it would be right for me to say this on this video for the ones that might get offended by it. But yeah, you're going to be quoting this film for days. I don't care what any of the other reviewers say. I wasn't expecting a perfect film. I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted to see a comedy that made me laugh. And I wanted to make me laugh then a couple of times. And that's exactly what I got. And I'm telling you, this is going to be a movie that I'm going to have to own because it's just a movie that's going to put you in a good mood. No matter how despicable and bad Billy Bob Thornton's character is, for some reason you find some type of enjoyment watching his misery. I don't understand that. I don't understand why his character, he's depressed, he's miserable, he wants to kill himself. He's just pathetic. He's just made a lot of bad decisions. But we find humor in that for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why that's funny. I guess just because of his character and just some of the things that he says, he just doesn't give a fuck. And maybe that's what's funny, is that just he will say anything and do anything. There's just in this one, you get I forget his name, but the small guy. I think his name's Tony something. I can't remember. But he comes back and he comes to Billy Bob Thornton and he says, "Hey, we got a job, and I have an associate that's lining something up. I need your expertise of opening up safes and stuff like that, and you can have a cut. It's supposed to be $2 million." So he says no at first, but then he finally gives in. He gets to where they're going, and it's a charity. It's a charity that they're going to rob. It says that they raised $2 million, and then he finds out that the associate that the guy has is his mother. His mother sent him to go get Billy Bob Thornton so they could pull off this big heist. And that's basically, there's not a whole lot to this movie. Where the movie relies on is like the dialogue, the what am I trying to say? Like their chemistry works so well together. Now I will say that Tony, the midget guys, I don't know if that's politically correct, but if some of his things didn't hit as well, because it just seemed like he would just say stuff like he really didn't have a whole lot to offer to the storyline or to the jokes. It was just kind of like, damn, shit, that's some fucked up shit. He would just say stuff like that over and over, and it was just like, are you miserable fuck? Like, okay, we need his character. It's like they didn't write any funny lines for him or anything. Like, it was all based with Billy Bob Thornton. That Thurman Merman kid was hilarious. And Kathy Bates, they were the ones that were hitting it hard with the jokes. I just felt like they just brought just as many familiar faces as they could from the last one in. But that was the only flaw I really had with this movie was his character, some of his lines. It was just kind of like, did they just not write a good character for his? I just don't. I don't know. I'm really curious of like what was his salary for this film, but yeah, that's all he would really say. When you say the token black guy in a movie or something like that, that's like the prime example. Like, and I didn't want that. I thought he was actually had some funny lines in the first film, but in this one, he just didn't really serve much purpose as far as the comedy goes in this film. And then at the end, there was a part at the end that when everything, like it's the climax of the film and they done pulled off the heist and all that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to give away any spoilers, but they do something. They start doing the exchange and everything, and in this back alley that I felt kind of out of place. Now, when you see the film, you know what I'm talking about, because you got the cops on their tail, you got the people after them that's over the charity, and security's after them and everything. So I was like, this is bad placement. Jump in the van, get out of there, get away from the scene, and then do this. Why are we doing this right outside the building in the alley? Like it just didn't make a whole lot of sense. Which they're not supposed to be very smart people. They're very bad people. And for some reason, it's likable. These characters are likable. There's a part where Billy Bob Thornton and Tony, or whatever his name, you know what? It's killing me. What's his name? It's got to be on here. Tony Cox. Yeah, Tony Cox, the guy who usually plays the elf. There's a fight scene between Billy Bob Thornton and Tony Cox that reminded me of Mark Wahlberg and Ted whenever they started fighting in the hotel room. And they started, like, Ted would jump on him and he'd swing them all over around and throw them down and everything. And they do like a similar little fight like that. Like, there's a lot of cliche moments in this film as there are in other comedies. But did this movie make me laugh? And the answer is yes. More than once, more than twice, on several occasions. Some jokes fell flat, and that's in every comedy. No comedy is perfect, but this film will make you laugh if you have the type of sense of humor that I have. Not everybody does have that sense of humor, but yeah, I'd give this movie for a comedy. I would give this a 9 out of 10. This is one of the funniest movies I've seen in recent time. So yeah, guys, that's my review on this film. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. If you have seen it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about it. And was it too crude for you? Was it not your type of sense of humor? I understand if it does offend some. Yeah, I'd love to know what you think. Guys, if you haven't seen Bad Santa, it came out a little bit before Christmas. So do yourself a chance. Go see this movie before Star Wars comes out and a couple other titles come out and they knock it out of the theater, because this is probably only going to be hot for a week or two. So yeah, that's it, guys. Bad Santa 2, that's the review. And subscribe to Destination Station, your #1 station in the nation. As always, I'm Destin, and as I always say on my reviews, fuck the critics.